Good morning all, and greetings from the garden. A rather untidy garden, I must state. At least the back is. But I just thought I'd show you around anyway. So we've had a glorious display of sweet peas. Unfortunately I didn't get around to picking that many, and we have got lots of seed pods. Can you see? That's a sweet pea seed pod. And basically what you do when you see those, you just leave the plants until they go a sandy colour brown. Then you pick the pod off, and inside you'll probably have half a dozen sweet pea seeds, and they'll be black, and you save those for the following years. You can see on here we've got loads here. Just look at them all. Now, had I picked the flowers sooner, then the seeds wouldn't have come. But unfortunately, things get in the way and you lose track of time, and that's basically what happens. So if you look carefully here, can you see that's where the flower was, you see? The picturesque, these flowers. And that's what happens. The seed pod comes out the end. I hope you can see that okay. Right, so let's have a quick peep in the garden. As I say, we've had a lot of rain this week, and let's have a look in here. Now in this area here, we've got various plants. We've got some of the poppies. I've got dahlias which are growing along the fence here, and you can see that one's growing up just here nicely, and there's a few more, so they'll bring colour next month in September. I've got a few poppies looking beautiful. Just look at that. Let's take you right in. You can see that looks like hoverflies to me. I could be wrong. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's look at that. Right, I just look at the roses. Been a fantastic year, and can you see all those buds? Let me zoom in because I can't reach right over there. Just look at those. They're all going to be roses. So what we got, this is just one plant. It's been beautiful. The strawberries now are basically over. We've got a few stragglers down there, so I've got to pick. This bed here, these two beds, look how they've developed now. As I say, we've got plenty of dahlias in here. I've got some foxgloves. I've got zinnias. It's a zinnia here. I don't know if we can see there. No, sorry, it's not a zinnia. It's an aster. These are asters. Sorry about that. Polyanthers. And look at that. It's actually come out in flower. It's the wrong time of year. I transplanted those, and just look at that. Isn't that strange, eh? Look at that. How beautiful is that? So this is all going to look beautiful. Then we've got tomato plants dotted around here. And they've got flowers on, so we should hopefully get some tomatoes. We've got a cucumber at the back there. It's a bit slow getting going, but it will do. And then I've got all these tomato plants down here. The reason they're a bit in the shade here is because of the rain. We didn't want them being battered down. I know I ran out of canes, so that was one issue. And this thing here, what you can see, what I've got in the pot here, is a cosmos. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, this is the area I'm ashamed of at the back here, because I haven't got around to doing the weeding, so you can see it's a bit of a mess. We were going to take the shed down, hence the water butts over there, but we can't get the roof off, so that's had to stay. The apple tree has got this woolly aphid thing all over it, and I haven't had the time to scrub it all off with soapy water. We've got loads of apples on this tree. It's a Lord Lambourne, and they are a cross between a eater and a cooker. Beautiful tasting apples. So they're all tucked away inside, but there's loads, there's quite a few on there. Right, so the strawberries, as you can see, are now coming over, and I need to take these. This is a fine example of a strawberry runner. You see how you've got the root system here? What you do is you put that into a little pot next to it with some soil in, clip it in, and after a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, you'll get loads of roots coming out of there, white roots, and it will just grow into the soil. Then you can snip it off here. You can also snip off the other end. We've actually got 2 on here, so I could put 2 little pots next to it. Those little pots what I've got down there, I could have one just here, one just here, and that'll give me 2 new plants. You can see we've got quite a few here, and I'm going to keep these because these are excellent excellent strawberry. They are big fruity ones. In fact, that's just a tiny one. They're actually, some of them were the thickness of 3 of my fingers. That were good. I think there's one here that's about the size of 2 fingers, just ripening. But we've had excellent crop of those. Right, so we have got some zinnias in here, down here, you can see. And we've got various other, I think we've got asters and foxglove, I think that's in there. My geraniums on the back here are just showing signs of coming out. They're not out yet, whereas on the front they are now all starting to come out. I've got hollyhocks over here. They're not, I like that colour one. And we've got some clematis hiding down there. Now, unfortunately, that got cut down too severely last year, and it's going to take a year or so for them to grow back. More hollyhocks over here. They're growing out the pebbles. I've got a cucumber plant down here. Let me just zoom back out, sorry. There we are. Cucumber plant. Just making a nice little plant now. And we've got a courgette. And we've got some courgettes on there. Well, we got 1, 2, we've got 3 courgettes. Pear trees at the back there. Just go watch where I'm standing. And quite a good crop of pears on there this year. And what about the plum tree here? This is a President plum, and I think there's probably 50 plums on here. And over here you can see we've got the heads of the poppy, oriental poppy. They'll get taken off at some point, and I'll keep the seeds for another year. I am not sure what these are, some sort of daisy. Mum likes them, but unfortunately they're hiding behind the apple tree, so you can't really see it from the bungalow. And over here I've got foxgloves what need to go in, and we've got some polyanthers what I've grown from. No, these were transplanted. These were little baby plants. They were about that size, and they've grown. They love to grow on in the shade. And these are some leftover dahlias that I haven't got around to getting in. Now, if you look at that area over there, it looks quite nice. The plan is to get some of those raised beds all along this side here. The plan is by autumn to have that all sorted. So we're going to have wider beds, they're going to be higher up, easier to manage, and I'll be able to put all my flowers and that in there. That's the plan. And obviously this lot needs to all be sorted out better. Possibly could have some beds along the bottom. We have to have the fence up because of the dog. She'll go into the garden, but she doesn't climb onto the beds there because they're a bit higher, and she can easily jump up there, but she seems to know that she shouldn't, so that's fine. Oh, and just down there we've got some more polyanthus. So we've got no shortage of polyanthus this year, and there's probably about 30 on the front which are in pots, 2 litre pots, what I've took out the ground, and I can see they're all shooting as well, so we've got plenty for the spring next year. Okay, that's it then for today. From the garden. I'm sorry for those. There's one particular chap who's not happy with the art videos. I hope the rest of you don't mind. They are clearly marked as Julie's Art Studio, for those of you who don't want to watch them. The gardening and the allotment videos will still be coming, and plenty of them. Not as many as the spring because there's not so much happening. But to compensate for that, we will be doing the winemaking, and I will also be doing some videos from garden centres and maybe horticultural shows. It really comes down to whether I can afford it and whether I've got somebody to go with me. Okay then, thanks for watching.